Alright, gang. The hair's up. The day's over. I don't have any wine with me because I am out. I drank it while I was working. This is what happens when you wake up at 4:30 and you work until 8:30. You finish your wine. Well, today has been yet another epic day. As per normal on Wine Time Video, I'm sluggish. I'm ready to go to bed and listen to a bedtime story provided for me by my wife. Right now we're reading Bells on Their Toes about the Gilbreth family. If you don't know them, they are of Cheaper by the Dozen fame. Not the one with Steve Martin, although amusing, not the book. Got a lot of stuff done today, but as per normal, I shot very, very high. Shot very, very far into the future. You know, like my wife said, okay, we're gonna go out to eat on Friday night. As long as you have, you know, whatever you won't say you want to get done. She knows that I'll push myself. And so she said, I need you to make a list from now until Friday. And Friday is 2 days away. And I started writing this list, and it's got all the things on it that I wanted to do. Not all the things, but it's got a lot of the things on it that I wanted to do by the end of the week. And I said, well, you know, this is my list for, like, the end of the week, but I'm just going to say that I'm going to do it today. Because if I can get it all done today, then, you know, I'll move on to all the other shit that's on the rest of the lists that are littered about the house. And then I can get more done, right? But the bottom line is that I didn't get it all done. And I knew I wouldn't. I had a sneaking suspicion that I wouldn't, because there are like 15 huge things on the list. But I prioritized. I knew what I wanted to do to begin with. I knew what were musts. And I just basically went from there, filling in the gaps, multitasking where I possibly could. And I'm not a big fan of multitasking. I prefer single tasking. But there were some things like uploading the trailer to my new book, or next book that is going to be coming out soon. After this first one that hasn't yet launched is launched. I do a lot. So that's where we're at, and I guess this is kind of one of those, like, you know, encouragements to really, really aim far, aim high, set yourself a very, very high standard, because you might surprise yourself. Number one, you might surprise yourself with what you get done, and number two, you might surprise yourself with how tired you can be at the end of the day. I remember going to bed from just sheer, you know, exhaustion at being up. You know, like I always woke up. I haven't changed my hours at all since taking on about 6 times the amount of work over the last 8 weeks. I haven't changed my hours. My hours are stay the same, about 4:30 until, you know, 9 o'clock, 9:30. But the amount of work that I have done based upon my own determining myself to do it, setting my standard that much more, that much higher, 4 to 6 times higher than I've previously done. Now I go to bed exhausted in the body and exhausted in the mind. And it's a pretty good feeling knowing that you are, and you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith that what you're doing is actually having an effect. You gotta have faith that even though you can't see a huge amount of results right now, you've always got your eye on it. You've always got your finger on the pulse. You're always in a state of what is called open attention, where everything that is relevant, everything that is important, comes in and is slotted away by your brain, saying, this is important, and I am going to tend to this when it is, you know, when the right time is. I'm going to tend to it, right? So, that's it. I'm out. It's time to go to bed. I think I'm going to have one port before I go to sleep, because I like a port. Even though the port that I have isn't that great. I prefer Penfolds. My wife doesn't drink it. She says it tastes like gasoline. It wasn't a cheap port either. Ridiculous the way people can pass off shit just because it's in a bottle. Stick to the boxes, kid.